Hello, and welcome to DC's Got Talent. I'm Myrna Sparks, Diva Dame,
And I'm Ricardo Bailey, Rick Rule.
and we're DC's Got Talent television show.
And we keep our ear to the heartbeat of entertainment. Welcome.
Tonight we have a very special guest, Mr. Lance London, the owner, entrepreneur of Carolina Kitchen. Mr. London, welcome to the show.
Oh, it's great to be here. Great to
We're
be here.
Very privileged to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard you just flew in.
Yeah, I just got back in from a design trip,
Okay.
looking for some great, new, interesting things to put in some new restaurants that we're opening.
New
Wonderful.
restaurants.
Great.
Pray
Yes,
tell.
Great.
Oh, wonderful.
Mr. London, your trip that you just came back from, you just said you were looking for some interesting designs to put into some of your future stores that you're embarking upon to open. Have you ever considered looking into China? Because I hear now a lot of American businessmen are going to China because the resources and the materials that they can buy is a lot cheaper than here in the States.
You know, it's funny you should say that. I haven't thought about going to China, but I thought about China as a place to get resources. But for the restaurant industry, the industry that I'm in,
Right.
you know, I can make a short trip right to New York City, Chicago, and find interesting art pieces and different things to place in the restaurant and different materials, you know, that I go to purchase
Right.
and make what we call, you know, the banquettes that you sit on.
Yes, I
find all that
understand.
right in New York. So,
Okay, cool, brother. Okay, I
Yes,
just thought
sir.
I'd ask because, you know, it's a global market today
Yes,
in
sir.
business. Myrna, I digress to you.
Well, you must be quite an avid shopper, a
Oh,
connoisseur
yeah,
of interior design as well.
very much so.
All right.
You know, a lot of things that I actually do as it relates to the restaurant business. I think that people are really, really interested in sitting in an environment
Right.
that's beautiful when they're eating. So
Exactly.
I take my designs very seriously when it comes to opening up a new restaurant.
Well,
And I can contest to that because we've been in your restaurants. I've been to the one at Magic Johnson Mall. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly since he sold it, but we've also been to the one in PG Plaza.
Yes, sir.
And they are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I commend
appreciate
you.
that.
I
Yeah.
commend you.
And that is the Magic Johnson Cinema is next door to my one at the Capitol Center Boulevard.
That's
Okay.
what I meant to say.
And,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cap
and that's,
Boulevard,
Yes,
exactly.
sir. And that's right near the stadium where the Redskins play.
Correct.
Also, we're near another theater in Hyattsville, Maryland.
Right.
It's in the World 14. The World 14 theater is right adjacent to my restaurant there.
Okay.
And that's the Carolina. Well, the one by the Capitol Center Boulevard, that one is called the Carolina Kitchen. And the one that's next to the World 14 theaters in Hyattsville, Maryland, that's called the Carolina Kitchen Bar and Grill.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And the only difference in the two, the Capitol Center Boulevard location is more like an express location.
Right.
You can come in, grab the food, and go. Kind of like, you know, not really my competitors, but
Exactly.
Boston Market is
Yeah.
kind of like that. But it has a sit-down component. Whereas the Hyattsville location,
Right.
the Carolina Kitchen Bar and Grill, has a beautiful bar. It also has private rooms and places where you can have parties and events.
Correct, correct.
It sits a lot more people, but it also has that same component, what I like to call the inside curbside pickup.
All right.
Okay.
That's
You know, and
beautiful.
it's
Could you
kind of
expound on that a little further, please?
well, you know, the restaurant industry found a new, I'll say, element or a new vehicle, if you will,
Right.
to bring in more business. And I think it started with some of the fast casual restaurants,
Okay.
kind of like Ruby Tuesdays,
Yeah.
Applebee's, and Fridays. Had something called the curbside pickup, where
Right.
people could not only just come in and sit down, whereas they you know, also knew they could come in and,
Right.
and carry out.
Right,
But
right.
some people, you know, they don't have that much time during the course of their day, so they can call in the order and they bring the food right out to the curbside
Oh,
and give
okay.
it in your
Yeah.
car. So I took
Interesting, yeah.
that interesting concept to another level. What I did was I created what we call a beautiful. It's called a carryout.
Right,
But
right.
a beautiful carryout
Right.
with Italian glass, giant forks and spoons,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in an area where people can come into the restaurant. They have to get out of the car
Right.
and come in, grab something wonderful food that you would normally get in a five-star restaurant,
Right.
through a carryout, and leave. And if you look around the corner, it's this beautiful restaurant
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
that they can go and
Yeah,
actually
village,
get a
yeah.
waitress or a waiter and sit down and have an enjoyable dinner.
Well, it seems that the one in Hyattsville is your showpiece.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, they're actually both a beautiful restaurant.
You're-
Hyattsville location is larger.
Right,
But
right.
if you notice when you come into the Hyattsville location,
Yeah.
it looks just like the Largo location right when you first come in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Except because it's the bar and grill, it has a bar,
Okay.
private rooms, and a big dining hall,
Right.
a larger dining hall.
Right.
Put you that way. So
Well, I can
Okay.
say that we were very privileged to be there for your holiday event, your
Oh,
annual
yeah.
holiday party.
Yes,
we
indeed.
had a blast.
I'm
It
glad
was
you did.
It
epic.
was off the chain.
Yeah.
It really was.
Food
Yeah,
was
yeah.
superb.
Thank you.
And speaking of the food, what is your cuisine, or what's your staple term for the type of food
You know,
you serve?
a lot of people would like to call it soul food,
Right.
and we really know in our heart that it does come from the soul, and
Right.
we know that African Americans brought this type of food to our country from Africa.
Exactly.
But what we've done is we realized it evolved to what we call Southern cuisine,
Okay.
and now they have a tendency to call it low country.
Low
So it has
country.
all
All
that's a new term on
kinds
me.
of different
Okay. Low
terms that
country.
you utilize. But at the end of the day, it's comfort food.
Right.
So
Okay.
you can call it any of those terms, but these kind of foods, like when Africans came over, a lot of them came over and they started bringing some of their own food over, and a lot of food like fried chicken.
Right.
You with me?
Wow.
Of course, you can't have a low country restaurant without having Southern fried
Exactly.
chicken.
True that.
Exactly.
But we have smothered chicken and gravy. We also have rotisserie chicken.
Right.
We also have, of course, we have collard greens, but we also have spinach,
Exactly.
buttered cabbage, macaroni and cheese.
Exactly.
But then we have Chilean sea bass. So we take
Oh, yeah.
we have American
Yeah.
cuisine. I like to tell people we're
cuisine,
American
too.
cuisine restaurant, just so happen to have a little Southern cuisine in there.
Yes, that's
So we
wonderful.
have also the best Creole salmon, the sweet salmon over mashed potatoes.
Right.
And it also has shrimp, crab meat, and a Creole sauce pulled and smothered all over top of
Yeah.
it. It comes with collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and butter, honey, cornbread.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness,
You know,
you're making us
there's all
hungry.
kinds-
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
you're
a lot
making
of
us
stuff,
hungry,
man.
brother. Yeah,
Fried
for real.
croaker.
Yeah.
We have like 6 different types of fish.
Wow.
We have, of course, mom's meatloaf.
Okay.
And my restaurant, my grandmother basically inspired me to open a restaurant. Her name was Pearl Pierce.
Okay.
Ma Pearl, we called her.
Right, right.
Miss Pierce, my grandma.
Right, right.
She cooked for the church, and after church every Sunday, everybody came over to her home, and they ate the most delicious food. I mean, to this day, I have nightmares about how great her food was.
Oh, my goodness.
And when I told my grandma, when I came home from college,
Yeah.
I told my grandmother, your cobblers are so incredible. I think that the world needs to taste these
Exactly,
cobblers.
exactly.
And I'm gonna say this: it wasn't just her cobblers. There was so many things that she cooked. It's amazing to me.
Right.
So I took the cobblers and I said, Grandma, I'm going to sell these cobblers to restaurants,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm going to start
that's a good
my
idea.
own business.
Okay.
My grandma said, no problem, baby. You go ahead. You go ahead and take Grandma's
Yeah,
cobblers
yeah,
out
yeah.
there and see what you can do with them.
Exactly.
I believe in you.
Oh,
you know.
that's sweet.
So I
Yeah.
took the cobblers
Yeah.
and I took them out and I let a restaurant taste them.
Right.
And I say, look, these cobblers my grandma made. I can produce these cobblers, and you know what? You're gonna sell them like crazy. I'll give you one for free.
Right.
And let your customers taste it. You
Yeah.
let me know what they say, and you tell me what you need for an order. I went to the next person, next restaurant. I ended up getting 20 restaurants saying that they wanted to take the actual cobblers,
That's
the apples
phenomenal.
and the peach.
That's
But
wonderful.
there was one problem.
Yeah, what was that?
My grandmother had a little kitchen.
Oh, my God. So you
And
couldn't
grandma
turn them
said,
out fast enough.
baby, I can't cook these cobblers fast enough. I like
Yeah.
the fact people love the cobblers, but
Right.
we couldn't produce them fast
Right,
enough.
right.
And so years later, I started my own concept,
All right.
own restaurant. And of course, she started off with me at the beginning, up in her 80s. She helped
Right.
me at the very beginning, and then she never got to see the company grow like it is today.
And when you spoke of our African ancestors who came here and they started, cooking on the plantations, and they came up with all these recipes that were later, taken from them because they couldn't patent anything themselves or
Right.
start anything. Makes me think of New Orleans. And
Right.
now I'm going to jump you here for a second, and I'm going to say to you that I've been down 8th Street, and I've seen a building, I think it says Sweet Charleston.
Yes, sir.
Now, would that tie into that Louisiana flair type of thing?
Yes, well, Sweet Charleston is basically the big brother, going to end up being the little brother
Right.
of the Carolina Kitchen.
Right.
Except, or sister, Sweet Charleston is a concept that I've created to open up, it's scheduled to open up late spring, early summer.
Right. Oh,
great.
It's a 3-level building, right?
Yes.
3
It's
bars
beautiful,
and a
too.
rooftop. That was gorgeous.
I've seen
a
it, yeah.
retractable roof. It's down there on Capitol Hill. You can see the monument. You
Yeah,
can see
brother.
the
That's gonna
Capitol
be very
from the
nice.
rooftop. It's going to be low country food,
Yeah.
but I'm going to add a little twist to it. It's going to have a Louisiana low country flair
Okay.
with a lot of seafood.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
going to have
great.
shucked oysters. We're going to have all kinds of
What
seafood.
about a little crawfish, bro?
Oh, we're gonna have a little crawfish.
Little crawfish.
We're gonna, of course, we're gonna have some low country.
Right.
And we're gonna have all kinds of salads and a wonderful drink menu
That's
too
really
at the
nice.
bars. With 3 bars, we have
Right.
a 2-line.
Correct.
Ma'am. Yes, I have a new Carolina kitchen.
Right.
My first Carolina kitchen.
Wow.
And you know what? During this whole interview, we've never said the name of my restaurant.
Carolina
Sure,
Kitchen.
Carolina
Never
Kitchen.
said the name
All
of
right,
my
Carolina
restaurant.
Kitchen.
Yeah, but we
gotta
saying
say
it
the
now,
Carolina
brother. We got to
Kitchen.
say Carolina Kitchen in the house, Mr. Lance
That's right.
London.
You know what? If y'all here watching and we're talking about all these wonderful these food items and you're getting hungry, I know you're sitting out there saying, what's the name of the restaurant? It's called the Carolina Kitchen, where you get your chicken.
All right,
Okay.
brother. That's
And a lot
what's
of
up.
other wonderful things. But
Yeah.
the Carolina Kitchen was started in downtown Silver Springs
Right.
and evolved to a restaurant we opened up again. We talked about next to the Magic Johnson Theaters. And then
Exactly.
also we opened up right in Hyde, and that's in Largo, Maryland, Hyattsville, Maryland, the Carolina Kitchen Bar and Grill. Now we opened our first Carolina Kitchen in the Washington, D.C., right inside of, well, we're in the Washington, D.C. area, but
Right.
Washington, D.C., which we're
Yeah.
absolutely excited about. This Carolina Kitchen is going to be in Rhode Island Row. It's the name of the shopping center.
Right.
It's a lot of wonderful stores and shops. You know, D.C. is probably one of the only places in the country where the cranes never stop moving.
Never
that.
stop
The
moving,
cranes
brother.
never stop
Never,
moving.
never stop.
And the evolution of DC turning into, I guess, the showcase of America as it relates to business,
True.
as it relates to
that.
beautiful homes,
Exactly.
high-rise buildings, low-rise buildings.
Yeah.
It's limitless.
Yes.
But because of that, I'm so excited about not only having Sweet Charleston on 8th Street where
Right.
the trolley cars
Yeah.
are coming up
Right.
and down, but also having not far away my very first Carolina Kitchen as well
Oh,
in
that's
Rhode
wonderful.
Island Road. So we're excited. It's a brand new
wonderful.
condo over top of us.
Yes, it is. I've
And,
seen them.
yeah, it's
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
I think
Oh,
they're
wow.
being built by the Bizzuto brothers, I believe.
No, I'm not
Not
sure.
that?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
I
Sign
don't know
out
if
there,
they want me to
say
tell
that.
who building, but
You don't
it's,
have
it's
to.
an
Okay.
incredible company
Right,
that's
right,
building.
Okay.
It's not the Bizzuto brothers, but
Okay.
it is incredible. A powerful company that's building, and they're doing a great job.
Wonderful,
Great
wonderful.
And when is that
Wonderful.
expected to open?
Late spring, early summer.
So you have 2 openings this year.
Yes,
Man,
ma'am.
that's so
2012.
cool.
And it's right, and then the one
Wonderful.
thing in common with all my restaurants, right by a
Right.
subway station.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Now,
that's
this
gonna
one
be
sits on top
wonderful.
of a subway station
Right.
Oh, my
in a
goodness.
beautiful apartment. We're going to be condo, but they're now apartment complex.
Right.
The most beautiful apartment complexes in town, right there on Rhode
Wonderful.
Island
That's
Avenue.
gonna be fabulous.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, I
That's
hear,
great.
and I did a little research, I hear that you may be opening a place in Chinatown as well.
Yeah, we're waiting for
9,000
the-
square feet.
Yes, ma'am. We're waiting for that last location to get confirmation as far as the building being done.
Okay.
Once the time, I can't give a time
Right.
Right.
because it's a building, a process of the developer building the building before we can even go in and do our construction.
Right.
But that'll be probably in 2013,
Oh, right.
late 13, early 14.
Wonderful.
So we're really excited about
That's
that
gonna
as
be
well.
really. Is it going to have the Carolina Kitchen name, or is it going to have a new name
Oh, that's
as well?
gonna be Carolina Kitchen.
Okay.
Carolina Kitchen
That's
is
gonna be.
where-
I would like to open at least 4 locations in Washington
Okay.
D.C.
Okay.
And of course, where we started at, which is downtown Silver Springs.
Right.
Right.
We had a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
We want to go back to downtown. We
I was
love
going to
Silver
ask you
Springs.
that. Did you
Oh.
want
You
to
know,
go back?
yeah.
Did you
Every
wanna
time I
back?
go to Silver Springs,
Yeah.
I get excited because I watch the evolution of Silver Springs.
Right.
And where it is right now is phenomenal. Silver Springs is absolutely
I
incredible.
believe that. Oh my goodness.
Great.
Well,
It's
that, I
wonderful.
see that did not deter you. 2000 was it 2004 when you had the fire?
Yes,
in Silver
ma'am.
Spring.
Yes, ma'am.
So a
2004.
year later or so, you rebuilt at the Cap Center,
Yes, ma'am.
the Boulevard.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
excellent.
Exactly right.
So how did you develop your love? You're saying at the skirts of your grandmother, her cooking. Is that what developed your love of food and going into the restaurant business, or how did you really get started?
I'll say yes, no, and yes.
Okay.
And where did your competitive
know?
spirit come from?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question too. Now we got 2 questions coming at the same time, and I'm gonna hit you with the answers in the
Okay.
order they came in.
Hit 'em.
All right. Hit us.
Okay. Yes, no, and yes. Yes, my grandmother inspired me because she cooked the most incredible everything, including breakfasts, I must say. Okay. But the way I really learned how to cook, 2 things that taught me how to cook. One, my dad used to cook for my mother.
Right.
And he jumped up and cooked all the time. And I watched him do it, so I knew it was important for a man to cook for a woman.
Right.
So I learned how to cook, okay? And they allowed me to cook. He allowed me to cook with him. And when I went to Morgan State University, you know what? One of the greatest ways to meet young ladies was say, hey, when we get together tonight, I'll cook you dinner.
Okay.
So I learned how to cook that
All
way.
right, that's
Cool.
smart.
You know, right,
That's
okay.
great.
So
That's great.
that's that. And
And the
then
rest
my
is history.
competitive spirit came from me being an athlete. I
Oh,
played
good.
football, and I was an All-American wrestler.
I thought that.
and by doing those
Sports.
things, sports is a great tool as it relates to business.
Yeah.
If you really are competitive as it relates to sports and you do well in sports, most likely you're going to do really well in business.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that's good to know. That's where you got your competitive spirit, and we love having you as a guest on our show.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
ma'am.
Is
This
there
was
anything?
an honor.
It was a great honor and a privilege. Is there anything else you want to leave with the audience that they should know?
Well,
watch for?
if you're out there and you want to start your own business, I want to tell you that I'm developing a documentary on how to start your own restaurant.
Oh,
one.
wonderful. We'll be looking
And
forward to
two,
that.
doesn't matter where you're at, it matters where you're going to be.
Yeah.
And lastly, once, maybe twice in a lifetime, an opportunity comes along and can change your whole entire
Oh,
life. And if
wonderful.
you pass 30 years of age, most likely the first opportunity is already surpassed you.
Okay.
But the $1 million question is, will you know it when you see it? God bless you.
God
and we'll
bless
see
you
you
all.
at the top.
Yes,
See you at the
thank you
top.
so much.
God bless.
Peace be
Thank
with
you
you, my
so
brother.
much. It was wonderful.
You the man,
Great.
Mr. Lance.
Thank you, Mr. Lance. We appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you, brother.
We'll
Yes,
talk to you.
indeed.
All right, DC Town. You contain knowledge that no one else can relate to or comprehend unless he or she takes the initiative to at least open you up, turn the channel, and then hear you out. You can take one through many emotional changes. You can make them cry when they're happy, laugh when they're sad. You can be mysterious, persuasive, and even convincing when you're at your best. But yet, according to your mood, you can somehow